Hello everyone, welcome to yet another video of Class 12 NCERT Economics. Today we are going to discuss about budget set and budget line. So before understanding what is budget set and budget line, we want to know that what is budget, what is the meaning of budget. So you have heard every year our Honorable Finance Minister will come and announce a budget. Comment down in the comment section on which day of every year our Honorable Finance Minister will lay down the budget in the Parliament. So what is the meaning of budget? Budget means future estimation of revenue and expenditure. So whenever Honorable Finance Minister comes to announce the budget, she says what she is going to, on what she is going to spend, and from where she will get the revenue. So throughout the year she will announce schemes, on which scheme or on which sector how much money is spent. For example, for defense she will give 2% of GDP, for health 0.6% of GDP. These are future estimation of expenditure in the next 1 year. Let's say if she is announcing budget on 1st February of 2026, that means she is announcing what she is going to spend for the next 1 year till February 1 of 2027. Similarly, she will also announce what are the revenue sources, from where she will get money to spend for these sectors or for these schemes. So budget means future estimation of revenue and expenditure. So what is the meaning of budget set? It is also known as opportunity set, and it is a combination of two goods a consumer can buy within his income. Let's say a consumer has an income of rupees 100 and she or he wants to purchase shoes and clothes. Okay, let's say for example one pair of shoes is equal to 10 rupees. That means if she spends her entire income, she can purchase 10 pair of shoes, because one pair of shoes is 10 rupees. Or if she wants to purchase clothes, then a pair of cloth or a unit of cloth is, let's assume that it is rupees 20. So now if she decides to spend her entire income on buying clothes, that means 20 rupees, she can buy 5 pairs of clothes, right? So budget set means within her income, limited income, she has a limited income, right? Income is the resource for a consumer. So she has a limited income. Now she has to make choice. Budget set means it will show what are the different combination of two goods. Let's assume that these are the two goods she wants to buy, a consumer wants to buy. So within her limited budget, what are the pair of shoes or clothes she can buy? Okay, so let's say that she wants to buy 10 pair of shoes. That means she is spending her entire money on shoes, so she cannot buy any clothes. And if she wants to buy clothes along with shoes, she has to sacrifice on shoes, right? We studied this: opportunity cost, choice, sacrifice, all these things. So if when she wants to purchase clothes, she has to give up the number of pairs she wanted to buy. So 20 rupees is one pair of clothes. That means if she sacrifices 2 pair of shoes, she can add 1 pair of clothes to her basket, right? So budget set ultimately shows what are the combination or possible combination of two goods a consumer can buy, which is equal to or less than her income. This is the equation of budget set. See, P1 x1 plus P2 into x2 is equal to or less than M. M means income. P1 and x1 are price and quantity of good 1. Good 1 here is shoes. And P2 and x2 are price and quantity of good 2. Good 2 here is a cloth. So what are the possible combinations she can buy? If she wants to buy 10 shoes, then 0 clothes. If she wants to buy 1 pair of clothes, she has to give up 2 pair of shoes. If she wants to buy 2 pair of clothes, she has to give up 4 pair of shoes. Similarly, it goes on. So this is the budget line, meaning if she is spending, all these combinations are exactly equal to her income, right? This is equal to rupees 100, this is also equal to rupees 100. Similarly, all these combinations are equal to 100 rupees. This is budget line. Budget line means it is also known as price line or consumer buying constraint or frontier. It is a boundary, meaning all the combinations of two goods a consumer buys which cost exactly or equal to the income. So these are the combinations which she get if she spends her entire income on buying these two goods, shoes and clothes. So this is budget line. Budget set means which are equal to or less than the income. These are also budget line set is a part of budget line. Budget line is a part of budget set. But budget set includes many other combinations. Let's say if she wants to buy only one pair of clothes and 6 pair of shoes. This is well below her or well within her income level, right? Now she is spending 6 shoes means 60 rupees and one pair of clothes means 80 rupees. So still 20 rupees is left with her. So there are many other combinations you can see with this graph. See, these are the combinations: 2 pair of shoes and 1 pair of cloth, 4 pair of shoes and 1 pair of cloth, 4 and 2, okay, 2 and 2, see here 2 and 3. These are the different combinations where a consumer can purchase a different combination of two goods. So these combinations are budget set. Budget set means a consumer buying two goods or combination of two goods which are equal to or less than her income level. Equal to means these are the pairs or these are the combinations which she can buy. Less than that means these are the combinations which he or she can buy. This is budget set. And budget line means a combination of two goods which cost exactly or equal to the income. These are the combinations. This is the difference between budget set and budget line. So what is the equation for budget line then? P1 x1 plus P2 x2 is equal to M. M means income. I have already told P1 and x1 are price and quantity of good 1 plus price and quantity of good 2 is equal to income. Here it can be equal to or less than the income. This is the major difference between budget set and budget line. Now my question is, why the graph is downward sloping? Why this line is downward sloping? We have already discussed this. Why is it so? What is the reason? Because of opportunity cost. This is the most important topic or term in economics. Whenever a consumer wants to increase the units or the quantity of other good, she or he has to sacrifice the first good. So when it was 10-0, it was at this point. When the consumer tried to increase the quantity of cloth, this reduced. So that is, as he kept on increasing the units of clothes, the units of shoes got reduced. That is why it is downward sloping. This is for that the reason is opportunity cost, meaning how much a consumer is foregoing to increase the quantity of other good. Now let's see what happens if there is a change in income of a consumer. What happens to the graph or what happens to the combinations? Right. Change in income means what are the types? There are only two possibilities. One, there can be an increase in income, or there can be a decrease or fall in income. If income increases, what happens? So here it is a boundary line. Budget line means it is a boundary line. It is a constraint. We have studied that constraints of consumers are, one is limited income and the other is varying prices of goods and services. So this is the maximum combinations which a consumer can buy, 10, 0, 8, 1, 6, 2 with this income, and these are the two goods. Now what happens if the income rises to rupees 150 or let's say 160? What happens? Now the buying power or the purchasing power of a consumer will increase. So what happens is the graph, the line, boundary line will shift outwards, because earlier she or he used to get the all the combinations of goods on the budget line. Now the entire budget has increased. This was 100 rupees. This budget line indicated 100 rupees. We saw there were many combinations, right? 10, 0, 8, 1, those things. Now the income has increased, that means the budget line will shift outwards. This is called rightward movement or outward movement, outward shift of a budget line. Now for 160 rupees he or she can buy another, if she wants to spend entire her income on shoes, now she can get 16 pairs of shoes. Similarly, if she wants to get a combination of both, then she can buy more. The purchasing power has increased for a consumer. Now second scenario, where what happens when the income decreases or income falls, this budget line will shift inwards, meaning the purchasing power of a consumer will fall, will reduce. Earlier she had 100 rupees, so she used to get many combination of, we have seen what are the combination of goods she can buy. Now that purchasing level or purchasing power will shrink, it will reduce. Now in place of 10 shoes, now let's say the income has fallen to rupees 50. In place of 10 shoes, she can buy only 5 now. If she wants the combination of both, then she can buy 3 pairs of shoes and 2 pairs of clothes. Understood? This is what happens to budget line when the income increases or falls. When the income increases, it shifts rightwards or outwards. When income decreases, it shifts inwards or leftwards. Now what is the second constraint for a consumer? Varying prices of goods. Varying means change or fluctuation in the prices of goods. Either it might be increasing or decreasing. Let's say this shows combination of two goods. Why only two goods? Whenever we study, you have observed in all the examples whatever we see, there will be only two goods. Why? Because the answer is because in a graph you can show only two types of goods, because we have only two axes, right? That is why it is taken, only two combination of goods are taken every time. Whenever we want to explain any theory or any concept, we take only two goods. Why? Because graphically only two goods can be represented. Now what happens if there is a change in price of good 1? If the, let's say this is the boundary line or budget line what a consumer used to get. Now what happens if the price of good X or good 1 increases? Now he or she cannot buy the same number of goods, same number of combinations what he used to get earlier, because the price has increased. Now the quantity of good 1 will decrease. So there will be no change in good X, good Y or good 2 shoes. There will be change in the quantity of good X, meaning good 2. Why? Because the price has increased. Now earlier this was a combination they used to get on budget line. Now what happens? Because price of good X increase, now the combination will reduce. The good X availability or the purchasing level or the purchasing power of good X will reduce now. So here the point will remain the same, because there is no change in the price of good Y. There is only change in price of good X. Now this will shift inwards. Right, there will be movement of the curve. And what happens if the price of good X decreases? Now she or he can buy more of good X, right? That is why this will stay constant. The number of good Y what he used to buy will remain constant. Only this will shift. This was A, means the earlier quantity of good X what he used to buy. Now there will be shift outwards. Outwards means large area of, now it has a large area compared to this. See, earlier it was this much, and now she or he can buy only this much. That means the area what it represents the buying purchasing power or a quantity what he or she can buy. So now this will shift outwards. There will be no change in the quantity of good Y. It remains same. It remains constant. There will be only shift or change in quantity of good X. Now what happens if there is change in good Y, price of good Y? This is how it looks. Now the good X, the quantity of good X will remain constant or remain fixed. There will be, if there is an increase in price of good Y, what happens? It will shift inwards. Now instead of 5 quantity of good Y, he can buy only 3, because the price has increased and his income level is fixed. There is no change in the income. That is why he has to give up on one good, or he can buy less. What happens if there is a change in both price and income? The entire curve will shift outwards because he has more purchasing power now. Similarly, if there is a decrease in price of good Y, the quantity of good X will remain fixed or remain constant, and the quantity of good Y will increase because he has now he or she can get more number of good Y with the same income. Why? Because the price has fallen. So what are the uses of studying budget line and budget set? These are the uses. First thing is, it will establish or show you the affordable purchasing options. We saw in the first graph, right? There were many options. Let's say you have 100 rupees and you want to buy 2 goods. Now if you if you draw this using the data available, if you draw this graph, now you will get to know all the possible combination goods. After that, you can decide which one is better or which one is worth, which one is affordable, and then you can spend accordingly. So the major use is to know the affordable purchasing options for a whom? For a consumer. And second one is maximum spending options. It also establishes what are the maximum spending options. You saw, right, using budget line, the entire income was spent to buy combination of 2 goods. So it establishes what are the maximum spending options. Like we saw what are the combinations which were available on budget line. And third one is evaluating trade-offs. Trade-offs is nothing but an opportunity cost. To gain one, you have to sacrifice the other good. So now you can evaluate which one is better and you can choose accordingly. And the fourth uses of studying budget line and budget set is visualizing the impact of price change. You can actually see what happens if there is a change in price. That is what we studied in these examples. What happened when the price of good Y increased, when it decreased. You can visually see the impact of price change using diagrams, using graphs. And income management. It helps for consumer to manage his income. What are the available combination of 2 goods he can buy within the limited income he has. So these are the major uses of budget line and budget set. So that's it for the day. Thank you.